Hey everyone, welcome to Whatcha Paintin Wednesday. My name is Teresa Kogut with Creative Whips, and I have some things to paint that's not artsy whatsoever. I miss my artsy. I miss painting. I do. I mean, I've been painting some watercolors and stuff, but I miss like the big canvases with the acrylic paints and the big mess. You know, I miss that. But anyway, what I'm painting today is some finishing pieces for a couple cross stitch designs that I have that will be released in June. I'm creating a Americana book. I don't have a title for the book yet, but it's going to have 7 cross stitch pieces, all small, fairly small. I think the biggest one is like a 5x7. So they're fairly small. One is really tiny that's going to fit on this box, which is like a, what is this box? Oh, of course. It doesn't say the size, but it's like a 3x4 box. It's teeny tiny. I'm going to paint one of them navy. I have 3 of them. They came in a set of 3, or maybe I bought 3. I don't think it came in a set. Well, that one's kind of warped. Anyways, the other 2 I'm going to paint black and just to have them on hand, for Halloween or something like that. And then I'm going to paint this square box. The small Americana one I'm going to paint navy. This one I think I'm going to paint burgundy because I think it would look best. I think it should be navy. Maybe this one will be burgundy and this one will be navy for these cross stitch pieces. And then I have 3 of these boxes. Good morning, Colleen. Then I have 3 of these boxes. I think I mentioned to you guys last time that before Easter I want to get these done, but I'm so late in getting them started that I don't know that I'll get them done. But I'm painting one for each of our children, and it's going to be like a prayer box, and I'm going to have the rosary inside. I've got these little booklets. I thought that, yeah, here's one. Yeah, well, here's the 3 for them. But my treasured Catholic prayers. So this one has like a big variety of different prayers in it. And then I want to give them the Divine Mercy prayer pamphlet. I want to give them a rosary in each one, a crucifix in each one. And then on the outside of the box for Brianna's, I'm going to paint an angel. And then for the boys, I'm probably going to do, it'd be an angel, but it'll be St. Michael. And I haven't sketched out the angels or anything yet. So I thought, well, at least I got to get them painted, like the base coat on them. So that's what I'm working on today. I'm going to get y'all pulled up here on my handy dandy laptop because I can't see that far away. I can see Kathy Mendy's here. Hello, hello, welcome. And I just want to make sure I don't miss any comments. So did anybody catch the live video yesterday of Floss Toss with Sue and Rachel? I knew they were going to go live at noon, and it's Eastern time because Rachel, well, they're both Eastern time. Rachel lives in Michigan, and I didn't have an alarm set, and I was working, and I kept thinking, oh, I'll remember, because I really wanted to catch it. I was like a half an hour late to it, but I did catch the majority of it, and it's hilarious. Those 2 are so funny. They're just fun people, and it's really fun to do a live. I did one of my floss tubes live one time, and it went okay. I think it's better with 2 people because they're having a conversation and then people are chiming in, and it just, I don't know, I think it flowed better than when I did mine by myself. But the beauty of doing a live floss tube is that when you're done, you're done. Like now I do my floss tube, and of course I always say things like, oh, I'll just put the name down below, or, you know, I have to insert all these things. I have to edit all this stuff. You know what I mean? So it takes me a good hour to 2 hours to edit the video after the fact, you know, after I record it. Where if it's live, boom, you're done. I mean, you have to be way more organized if you're going to do it live, because a lot of times my editing is because I have to go and get something, or, you know what I mean? I forgot something at the house, or I didn't look something up on the computer, and I go and do that, and then I come back. And so if you're super organized, though, you could pull it off. And especially if there's two people, like Colleen and Cheryl, you guys could do a live floss tube, because if one of you forgot something and you had to go get it, you still have a person on camera that can, you know, keep things rolling, so to speak. All right, let me take a second here and get you pulled up. Maybe. Oh God, I hope I took my phone off Wi-Fi. If it's real pixelated and we have a crappy reception, then I'll know I didn't. Pretty sure I did though. All right, Facebook. Where's all my stuff? There we go. How's everybody doing? Are you having a good day? We have gloomy skies. It's not windy though. I tell you what, I almost would take a gloomy day over a sunny, windy day. I do not like it when it's windy. Neither does my dog. I don't like the wind. Okay. Why is it not? Why is the live not showing up? Here we go. I just got your Love Lives Here book, and I can't wait to start. Just need to pick my favorite. I had someone email me yesterday about the Love Lives Here book, and I think it's the Love Lives Here chart inside. She said it was too small and hard to read. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I said, you know, I do give permission in that book to enlarge things if you have to. You know, what I did is, what I put in the book is what I gave to my Patreon people, and no one mentioned that, you know, oh, this is too small, it should be larger, you know. So anyway, my bad. So if you need to enlarge something, feel free. Hi, Sharon. Welcome. Hi, Anita. All right. So let's do, nope, that is not what I want. Windy here. Oh, getting a storm later. Ooh, and Missouri storms are like nothing to mess around with. Why does it keep doing that? Oh, there we go. Okay. I might have to check my phone to see if I have it on Wi-Fi. Is the connection good? Does everything look good? Hi, Susan from Jersey Shore. What's it like there? Probably similar to here. Seems like all of us on the east, Michigan and overseas, we all seem to have the same weather. All right, so go here. Should pop up with the live. There it is. All right, cool. All right, so I have you pulled up on YouTube and on Facebook. Hi, Beth. Welcome. Hi, Teresa. Very windy here and cloudy, 70 degrees. Ooh, 70 is nice. Redline Craft. Hello. Everything looks good? Sweet. All right, let's get painting. I need some lip stuff. I keep licking my lips. I might even have to turn the light on in here. I'm going to see if I can move this down a little bit so you can see more of what I'm painting. Still not chop my head off. Oh yeah, it's better. So this is what I'm going to put on the little box. I also painted that not too long ago in a watercolor, but it's going to go on this little paper mache box. I figured I would show you these before I get my paints out, because once my paints are out, I don't want my stitching to get paint on them. Cloudy and a storm tonight, 40 today, 75 tomorrow, right? Weird weather in the spring, isn't it? And then on the square box, this nice square paper mache box, I'm putting this one on. I love this one. I love how I designed the stripes. See that pattern in it? Yeah, so that is going to go on that box. Oh, I got a text from my son. He said, "Thanks, Mom. I love you too." It is our oldest son's birthday today, and he turns 29. What? No! When he turns 30 next year, I'm going to be like, this can't be. This just can't be. All right, now I'm going to do my best not to get paint on my nice. Why did I wear a nice shirt today? Why? I wanted to look nice for y'all, and here I shouldn't have done that. Alrighty then. What I decided, this one was going to be burgundy. I don't know if I have to mix my own burgundy or what. I got this. This is Blick Matte Acrylic Deep Red. Might be exactly what I need. Now this right here is just, it's a big pad, and the whole thing is a palette. It's like wax paper kind of. Jeez, just fling that paint. I got a bunch of it right there. Ooh, that's pretty, but that's a little bit too magenta-y for me. I thought it was supposed to get nice out here too. I mean, it's warmer today. Ooh, a couple days ago, Monday, woke up to snow on the ground, just a dusting, but still, I was like, ugh. And it was really chilly Monday and Tuesday. Today is a little warmer, and then I think tomorrow's supposed to be even more warm, but rain. So it's not like I can go outside with the grandkids tomorrow. And of course, they're going to want to. Just take this part off. Hi, Robin. I love you too. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. I meant your art. You don't love me? That's so cute. Pretend I'm one of the kids. Love ya. All right. 70 degrees here, wind about to blow us away. Yeah, see, like I said, I would totally take a gloomy day like today that we have, but we have no wind. Still as can be out there, and that's my kind of day. All right, so see this? I don't know if you can see this color, but it's just way too berry color. So I've got some red here I'm going to mix with it and see what I can get. Payne's Gray, I should make. That would darken it too. Cape Girardeau. Oh, you're in Cape Girardeau, Kathy? I can't even say it right. Cape Girardeau. Mendy's watching over on YouTube, but Mendy is in Sykeston. And I'm familiar with both places because I have family in Bernie, Missouri. Been going there all my life to Bernie, and therefore I've been to Cape is where we go shopping, Sykeston is where we go to the Throde Rolls, Lambert's. Hi from Valley Stream, New York. Hello, Karen. I have a friend spells her name the same way you do, with the I instead of the E. I love it. Although you can probably never find, like when I was a kid, I could never find my name on like those personalized keychains and stuff. And if you even found Teresa, it was with an H. I think that's more a common way of spelling Teresa. So yeah, Karen, I'm sure with the Karen with the I, you had a struggle finding anything with your name on it, spelled with an I. Oh, so you do you guys know each other. That's hilarious. You guys are in the same stitch group and she's teaching you to quilt. Ah, because I'm like, oh, you guys, you should meet up. That's so funny. I love it. It's really dark in here. I think I should turn some lights on. That is a dark burgundy, but that's exactly what I wanted. I might even like dry brush a lighter shade over it after this dries. And I want to sand the heck out of them and stain them. I want them to look really, really old. My sister lives in Battle Creek. I was there once. Oh, okay. Battle Creek is about, I want to say, probably 3 hours from us. My husband's band plays in Battle Creek. I don't think I've ever been to Battle Creek, to be honest. Well, this is just the first coat, so. Is anyone on here going to the Quilter Station retreat in the fall? It's in Lee Summit, Missouri, which isn't that like Kansas City area, I want to say. I want to say. Oh, I got plenty of that. I don't need that anymore. Well, today just before I came down here, the mail came and I got the retreat piece back. Mary Schreiner from Michigan, she stitched it. And okay, it is near Kansas City. I designed it in my standard sampler kind of go-to colors that I always do. The house was red. The house was there was different things about the house. Like I had curtains in the windows. The roof line was a bit different than I normally do. You can't have the same looking house on every one of your samplers. So, and I had, flowers, and the border had red in it and this and that and the other. And in the lighter color to complement the red, I had like this kind of pinky color. And then it dawned on me, I'm like, duh, this is in September. I should make this piece more fall looking. So I redesigned the whole thing, not the layout of it or the house or whatever, but the colors. I redid all of the colors in it to make it more fall looking. And I love it like 10 times better than I did originally. And then to see it stitched up, I was like, oh, wow. I need to use these colors more often to design with. Wow. It came back. She was showing me like progress pictures of it. And I was just like, oh, this is turning out amazing. But, you know, even pictures, as you know, looking at the cover pictures of patterns, it doesn't do it justice. And so anyway, she really loved stitching it, she said, and she really loved the colors. And she's done a lot of sampler stitches for me. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. So I'm working on a piece right now that is, and I'm stitching it myself, and it's kind of heavy stitching. It's a smaller piece, but it's a lot of stitching on it. And I've been working feverishly on it because the one I'm stitching right now is for the spring retreat, Farm Girl Gatherings, which is in May. So, and it's a needle roll or a needle book. And I've never made one, and I'm so nervous. Like if I get this thing stitched and screw it up by trying to sew it, I will lose my cool. I will lose my cool, guys, because I won't have time to restitch it. Not to mention, I would hate to ruin all that work. So I don't know. I should finish this needle book that I've been working on just a little bit here and there of Lindy Stitches Raven needle book. I should finish that one and then like fully finish it into the book so I have a little bit of an idea of how to do it. My needle book too is going to be a trifold. It's not going to be where you just fold it in half, you know, because I want to make it more complicated. But it was just the way I laid out the design. I'm like, ooh, I can't fold this in half, but I could do a trifold. And it wouldn't have to be made into a needle book. You know, someone could just stitch it the way, you know, stitch it and frame it if they wanted, or make it into a pillow or something too. Good afternoon from gray and misty Grand Rapids. Hi, Marcia. I'm working on your March inspiration and making one ops after another. OPPS. One. Oh, one oops. Sorry. One oops after another. I am the best frogger ever. That's hilarious. Well, I've only made one mistake on this piece that I'm working on right now so far. And what I did is it was 2 little stitches. And so and it was like in this solid piece of stitching. And I didn't want to undo all that solid stitching. So I just stitched over the 2 pieces with the color that was supposed to be. Anyway, you can't even tell. Can't even tell. So I try to fudge things before I have to frog them. And if I can fudge them, baby, I'm fudging all day long. Wait, where are we at? My sister lives in Battle Creek. Okay, I heard that. I missed the first part of this live. Oh, I'm painting paper mache boxes for a couple cross-stitch finishing pieces that are Americana, and it's a book. Here's the deal. It's a book that's going to be released in June. There's 7 designs in it. The smallest one is like that big, and the biggest one is maybe a 5x7. So they're all smalls or fairly smalls. And so I'm trying to get them all fully. They're all stitched. I stitched one of them, and then the rest I had model stitchers stitch them. And I need to fully finish them so that I can photograph them and get the book made, because I want to take the book to the May Farm Girl retreat so that they get first dibs on the book. I don't know. I always try to do something special for the people that come to the retreats. And so that was something I thought would be fun for the attendees. Good morning from Fox Island, Washington. Sun is peeking in and out this morning. Ooh, you're way out there by Colleen. No frog. That's cute, Mendy. I love it. Creative fudging. Unfortunately, these miscounts are not fudge worthy. I tried. Oh, I know. I do the same. Sometimes you have to take it out. Yeah, it happens to everyone. Even made a needle book, and I am not a great finisher. Wish Washington was closer. Yeah, Washington is on the other side of the world, it seems. Yeah. Okay, so that burgundy color is really, really pretty. I love it. So I think that's all the burgundy I was going to do, though. Maybe I can do the dry brush of the red over it. If it's not really dry enough. Okay, fine. Fine. Because the next thing I'm going to paint is going to be blue. Blue, this is going to be navy, and then the rest I'm going to do in black, so. Yeah, so I have 7 pieces to fully finish. None of them are fully finished yet. I did pull them all out, I think it was Saturday. And then I at least decided what I was going to do. One of them is going to be on a book. 2 are going to be made into pillows. 2 are on these boxes. And then 1, I'm getting really crafty, guys. I just hope this stuff turns out. I'm going to take the cross stitch piece. It's kind of, I guess it's bigger than a 5x7. Anyway, I'm going to make like a wall piece out of it, like a wall hanging, I guess I could say, and use wool and different things. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, to be honest. Well, and so that I don't ruin the cross stitch piece, what I probably do is make the wall hanging out of wool. And if that turns out nice and I like it, then I can attach the the cross stitch to it. But because originally I was going to piece it together, the cross stitch to the wool pieces around it. But then if I mess it up and I don't like it, I could ruin my cross stitch piece. So I think I'm just going to make the wall hanging the way I think it will look best to complement the cross stitch. And then I can stitch the cross stitch piece to it, maybe with some trim or something around it. I don't know. Because I'm trying to think outside the box a little bit on my finishing. I can't do everything in a book. I can't do everything framed. I'm starting to do some pillows. You guys have seen I've done a couple of pillows and they turned out okay. So anyway, is Fox Island near the San Juan or over near to Bainbridge? Colleen, inquiring minds want to know. Hi from Elita, Ohio. This is my first time joining. Well, hi, Leslie. Welcome. Hi, Tracy. Good afternoon from Illinois. It's spring break week, so I'm able to catch my first painting Wednesday. Cool. Welcome. I know. This is supposed to be about art, and all I've been talking about is needlework. But I love both, so it's okay. Well, I can't seem to get all that red paint out. Look at how red is such a strong color. I don't know if you can see that, but my water is completely burgundy. I'm going to go clean this out. Wow, it's getting darker. You guys, I bought another antique sampler yesterday. It's when you see them though, and it's a good price, I just couldn't help myself. And it was a one you didn't have to bid on, and it was really reasonable. And it's the only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have the girl's name on it or the date. But it's so cute. I know. So I think that's my 8th one now that I've bought. I need to get charting these, y'all. Kyle Reckemeyer is going to stitch one of them for me. And the minute he saw it, he asked if he could stitch it for me. This was well over a year ago that he asked me that. So I need to get it. I just told him yesterday because he said, don't forget, I want to stitch that. You know, we were chit-chatting back and forth yesterday. And I told him, I said, you know, I'm a little bit intimidated is my problem because I've never charted something that, you know, that was a reproduction that I had to copy someone else's work. So we'll see. I got to get on those though. They're so cool and they just deserve to be out there in the world. Well, this is a perfect color. This is Folk Art Paint Midnight. And it's like, it looks like the perfect blue. Of course, it's so stinking dark in here right now. Yes, next to Gig Harbor, we do have a small bridge we cross to get to Gig Harbor. Is this you, Colleen? Yes, Colleen. My nose is so itchy. What's the deal? I'm finally using my Oxford Punch for the first time since buying it a year ago. It's a whole different animal. Crazy, but fab. Yes, it is a whole different animal. It's hard on my wrist. You know, it's one of those things, if I did it more often, you know, you build up that muscle in your wrist and your arm and your hands and stuff. But yeah, my wrist and my hands would cramp up. But hey, the things we go through to do our craft, right? I have mine set up downstairs, and I see it every day and go, oh, I should just plop on down right on it, you know, right over there. And I can't talk. I need to just plop down and do my punched rug and just work on it 20 minutes a day or even 10 minutes a day. I'd have it done if I just, a little bit goes a long ways, you know. And I feel that way with a lot of stuff that I start and haven't finished. The problem is you get so many things started, you don't have time to work on everything every day. It's not enough hours in the day. I mean, I'm already starting to think about next market. I know that sounds ridiculous, but you guys, there's so much prep work that goes into all of this designing and releasing patterns and planning ahead. And, you know, because I don't ever want to put pressure on my stitchers. Like, I have to have this by a certain day. You know, if I do that, basically I'll say, okay, you know, this is kind of a time crunch. If you don't think you can do it by this time, that's fine. You know, that's happened maybe twice where it's like, ooh, I need something for this retreat or something like that. And with the retreat, that's an absolute deadline. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I work far enough out that I don't have to worry about not having things back in time. It's hard for me to find the appropriate. I'm struggling with this. Oh, here we go. The appropriate time, what to spend time on each day to keep everything flowing the way it should. You know, because I need to be designing. I need to be doing my fabric lines. I need to do my bookkeeping. I need this, that, and the other thing. Hello, Oopsie Daisy. How are you? I have many UFOs in all mediums. Right. So then it's like having unfinished stuff makes me crazy. And I have a Mary and Jesus painting over there in the kitchen area, still on the easel. I started it during Witch Paint Wednesday. I never have finished it. I got frustrated with how the crowns were turning out. And I need to just sit down and paint those crowns because basically it's mostly the crowns that need work, and then it's just about the finishing, the grunging it up and stuff. I got that sitting over there. I have an angel that I started during Witch Paint Wednesday, and it's not finished. Yeah. We all do it, right? Hi, Jan. How are you? Hi, Christy. Thank you. I know. I love this blue. It's perfect. It's called Folk Art Midnight. If you need a good Americana blue, it's wonderful. I'm also going to be grunging these up too, so I can't have my colors too dark. Like that burgundy is probably going to be actually too dark. That's why I thought about I'm going to dry brush a lighter red over it because I want to sand and stain these, and the stain will just make it darker. So. Are there going to be 75 peeps at the spring retreat? Is it 70 or 70? I think it's 75. I think she said 75. I have it written down. I can let you know for sure. I'm like 80% sure it's 75 people, but I'll let you know, Colleen. Ah! Yeah, the Serial Starter Club for sure. It is a club. It is a club, and it's a very full club, isn't it? I talked with someone at Market, Stitching. Is it Stitching with Grammy on Instagram? She was there with Elaine. Elaine is she owns Annabella's Etsy shop. Anyways, they were talking to me about doing a spring retreat in 2023. In Lansing, Michigan. Like Lansing, Michigan is maybe an hour and 15 minutes from me. I was like, heck yeah, I want so bad to do a Michigan retreat. And it'll be the first one that they've ever done in Michigan. And it's just so exciting. It's so exciting to have something close to home. And they were talking about having 180 guests. Now I thought 150, or was it 150, I think, was how many was at the Silver Needle retreat. And I thought that was a lot. They're doing 180. So it's really cool too because they're talking about doing having a finisher there, someone that does wood products for finishing, and collaborating with this person for the piece that I design, and maybe they can make something special for it. And then they talked about, I don't know, it just sounds amazing. And having like Michigan vendors there and stuff. Maybe Rachel from Floss Toss would be there. That would be awesome. So many Michigan Stitchers. We all, I think it would be so fun for all of us to get together at that retreat. So when I find out details, because they have to nail down the place and the exact dates and stuff, when I find out more details, though, I'll let people know to kind of keep the dates open in their minds, and then when they finalize dates and when it's open for registration, I will definitely let people know. Pretty exciting to be an hour and a half away from a retreat. I'm so excited. I worked on Let Love Ring Among Nations last night. I am getting close to finishing. I am using Vicki Clayton silks. Oh, so pretty. Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to see it. Are you going to frame it? It's kind of long and narrow. It'd make a cute pillow too. Listen to me. You're not even done stitching it. I'm like, well, how are you going to finish it? Oh, that's funny. No pressure, no pressure. We get snubbed. What do you mean? Oh, wait. If only you came out west where there are stitchers. Well, okay, but there hasn't been a retreat that I've been invited to. I mean, well, possibly Stitch West in Utah. Possibly. I know. It's funny. I was talking to Janine at Market, and she said, you need to come out. You need to come out. And it's like, you are not kidding. I would love to come out there and hang out for, 4 or 5 days. It wouldn't even have to be a retreat. Just go to her shop, visit Colleen, you're only a couple of hours from Cheryl, right? Anyway, like, there's so many stitchers out there that I'm virtual friends with, and it's like, wow. Yeah, that'd be amazing. All right, I'm gonna go clean these brushes so that I can do more on that. You don't get snubbed. Don't say that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I could stay at Cheryl's. I'm gonna tell her you said that. I'm just gonna call up Cheryl. Hey, Colleen said I could stay with you. I'm coming out this date. I'm getting ready to plant a garden. Also you started a YouTube channel? But struggling with it because of memory. My phones just can't handle it. I'm frazzled. Oh no. So what is your YouTube channel about? Is it FlossTube? Daisy, that's exciting. I'm near Chicago and would love a Michigan retreat. Yeah, that's totally drivable. Yay. Yes, Christy, for sure. What kind of paint? The blue that I was using is Folk Art Midnight. And then the burgundy, I mixed Dick Blick matte acrylic, blue, how weird, blue deep red, but I also mixed it with like a red, and then a little bit of black because it was like a berry color and I wanted more of a red burgundy. Right? I love it. Jan said, Colleen put on a retreat. Lisa, Lori, Heather, Becca, Audrey, Anna, Janine, right? It would be so fun. Kim, the stay-at-home quilter. She's out that way too? I didn't know where she lived. Everything. What do you mean everything? Your YouTube channel is about everything? Maybe that's what you meant. I don't know. 2 miles. What's 2 miles from you, Colleen? Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta clean this brush. Oh, Kim is only 2 miles from you? Wow, that's awesome. Chalk Couture, do it yourself. DIYs. Duh. Stitching, finishing, whatever I'm doing at the moment. Oh, how fun. Do it. Oh, we'll be tuning in for sure. Yes, Jan, me too. We're honorary members of the Mother Clockers. That's so funny that you guys call it that. All right, my burgundy is really, really pretty. Let me see if I can get it to show up on the camera. It's really dark though, so I'm going to go over it with a little bit of red. I know. I want to meet Sue and Rachel too. They are like Cheryl and me, but nicer. It was funny on the live yesterday with them. Somebody mentioned, I guess in their comments from their last video, that Sue says it's a game changer a lot. And Sue's like, do I really say that a lot? And I'm watching it and I'm like, yeah, you do. And I love that though. I love it that people have certain go-to phrases that they use often. And she laughed so hard she didn't even realize she said it that much in her videos. And then so I popped on there and said hi to him, and then Sue because Sue's on the East Coast, Maine, Massachusetts. I don't remember exactly where, but Rachel is in Grand Rapids, so she's like 3 hours from me. And Sue goes, or Rachel grew up 20 minutes north of where I live now. And Sue goes, you're going to go and meet Teresa before I'm going to be able to meet Teresa, or something like that. Like, you guys are going to get to the other without me, aren't you? Rachel's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. When? Tell me when. I thought it was funny. Oh my gosh. Funny, funny, funny. Yeah, this community just so much fun. Y'all are so much fun. All right. Ooh, it's getting a little brighter outside. I'm liking that. I can see my paints better. So I'm going to kind of wet my paint and go over it with this red and see what we get. Oh yeah, I like that. Kind of like a dry brush. Remember me teaching you guys what dry brushing means in our class? CW Live. I was just thinking about CW Live yesterday. I'm like, you know, I miss that class. I really do. Does everybody know? Do you guys all know what dry brushing is? I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. You go over the canvas or whatever you're working on, and you put paint on your brush, but not a lot of paint. So when you go over it, it doesn't completely cover it. It just dry brushes. Now, I'll show you in a second when I get some of this done. I wish I knew what that noise was. I think it's the cover on my mom and Jerry's camper or trailer. I think it's that rattling. Oh, the boxes from our kids. Yeah, I know. I'm excited about those too. So I'll probably be working on those for the next few Which Paint Wednesdays, because today I'm going to get them painted black, and then next week I'm going to start painting on them. And I want the boxes to look old. Like, I just really want them to look aged. All right, so I'm going to come up closer so you can hopefully see. That's what dry brushing looks like. So see how the red is not completely covering the box, but it's, I don't know, it's not coming in too clear, is it? That looks good. I need a little bit more red. Well, and I'm gonna antique them too, so I need, I think, a little bit more red Otherwise, when I go over it with some antiquing stuff, it's just gonna look black again. All right. This is taking me longer than I thought it would. Thank you, Robin. Heather is a sweetie. That is Heather's Punky Pearls, right? Is she on here today? I don't think she is. They are all clucking together April 11th at Cheryl's. I have FOMO. Oopsie Daisy said, hubby just got home. Ellery and baby boy with the big blue eyes too. Oh, prayer boxes? No. Maybe when they get older. Maybe when they get older, but they're too young to appreciate it. Or I have a prayer book that stays here at the house, but I'm gonna get them prayer books, little kid prayer books. But yeah, they're a little too young and a little too destructive right now to spend that much time painting something for them and having something happen to it. Heather said I win the Enabler of the Year award after her seeing my industrial sewing machine. LOL. I missed that. How did I miss that, Jan? Is that on Instagram? Maybe right at the end of this video, before I go, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of the piece I designed for Quilter Station Retreat. Because you know I'm terrible about keeping secrets. And it won't show you the whole thing. It'll just be a little snippet. Because you know I don't like keeping secrets. She and I sew together on FaceTime, so she bought one too for making her bags. Oh, cool. I love it. Ooh. Got too much. I know, guys. There's so much I'd like to do too. I really would like to make some quilts, and I really want to get into some wool applique. I keep thinking, well, I'm working on a Christmas line for Riley Blake Designs. I'm like, oh, well, when that's done, ooh, maybe I can work on some other stuff. Because I'll have like a little bit of a lull there. I mean, in June we're having a new release, and my mom and Jerry are probably coming into town the end of May, 1st of June. And, you know, and then once they get here, I don't spend as much time working as I do now. So I feel like April is the last month I have to like do anything out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? Like, there's Chris. Hi, jumping on during a late lunch. Welcome, Chris. Snoped again. Oh, poor Colleen. I'll FaceTime and sew together anytime. That's fun. You're sitting there. So you guys are just sitting there working and chit-chatting, and you can look up and see what each other's doing once in a while. That's fun. My job gets in the way of all my projects. Right, Tracy? Christy, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Our street is flooding because our street drain is covered with leaves. It's pouring here. Oh my gosh. Wow. I need to do one of your color pages into Wool Applique. Maybe that will enable you. It totally would. Yeah, it totally would. All right, so I'm much happier with this red box. This, I got better at it as I went with the dry brushing. So I didn't do the bottom, but anyway. So that's the red one. And then the blue, I'm just going to put a little bit lighter blue on it. We bounce ideas and stuff off each other. How fun. Warning, I talk to myself. Who doesn't, right? I mean, I even answer myself. They say that means you're loony, but I guess I'm loony then. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, I don't think this paint's any good anymore. My poor dog. You're okay, baby. You see her, guys? See Boo Boo right here? Yeah, something's up with my dog. I don't know. Yesterday, we were getting ready to leave, and she's walking to the door. That door was open, and I come up behind her, and I just went, like, scratched her, like, on her hindquarters, and she yipped. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I don't know if I ran her pretty hard the other day. She loves playing ball. And so I was running her, and maybe I ran her too hard. She goes running after squirrels like 90 miles an hour, and she'll just run into the woods. Like, I don't know how she doesn't run into trees and stuff like that. I mean, she comes back sometimes and she'll have scratches because there's thorny stuff over there, but she just whoosh right into it. You know, so she could have hurt her back doing that. There's a whole host of things that could. And then Kevin said, well, maybe she has some arthritis or something. And I'm like, no, it can't be anything permanent. So, like, I'm super fragile and gentle with her now until we figure out what's going on with her. Cheryl and I will do our 4,000 sub as a live. That'd be fun. Daisy's loony too. We should do it, Jan. How old is Teeny? She will be 8 years old August 28th. Yeah. Thank you, Linda. All right, so I'm going to finish up this blue box. I don't know if I'm going to like this blue on here. Nope. Maybe if I mix the blues. That's not a good blue. Oh, I don't mind that so much. But I need more. This one. Cool, I'll text you. Oh, being snubbed. I'm being snubbed. Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. I was making fun of Colleen. As being a brat child, right, Colleen? Come on, paint. What's wrong with you? I think I will do coupons to your shop because I want to keep all of those you sent me. LOL. That's funny. That is a hoot. Ooh, that's pretty. Will it match the piece very well, though? I don't know. Hmm. Oh, that's pretty. I think that'll work. Well, actually, no. It's not going to work. It's not to my liking, so I'm going to get rid of that blue. It's too much of a green blue. I'm going to go see what else I have. Now, since I'm going to antique them, I can go a little bit light, and then when I antique it, it will darken it up. I'm going to order an inexpensive camera, I think. Yeah, if your phone isn't doing, if you don't have like a newer smartphone or, if you're having trouble with your phone, I guess is what I should say. Because the smartphones are amazing. I mean, that's what I'm recording this on. And, but if it's an older one and you're having problems with it, then I could see. I use a camera for my videos, and what I like about using the camera is that way I'm looking at the right spot. Because with my phone, I tend to want to look at myself in the phone, and that means you're not looking at you're not making eye contact with people. I never know where to look when I'm using my camera or when I'm using my phone. Okay, I'll show this blue to you here in a second. So I went and grabbed some cerulean blue. Cerulean blue is like basically like a cyan, like your standard blue color. And I'm mixing it with that dark midnight blue to get a nice color. Now, again, I will be antiquing it. So now the blue, instead of being that dark, it's that color. And then this is the piece that's going to go on the lid. So yeah, that's going to work. Oh, hi Cheryl. They're for finishing for my needlework. So the little box, I don't want to take them out of the bag since I have all this paint out. I would freak out if I got paint on them. But this little red box, here's the lid to it. I'm going to put that little cross stitch on it. God, there's so much glare. Old glory. Anyway, it's going to fit on that lid. And then I just showed you the old grand old flag. That is going to go on the blue lid. Yeah. I got to get this done. I got to get it done. I was telling them earlier, I have 7 Americana paintings. Oh my gosh. 7 Americana cross stitch designs that I need to fully finish. Well, I'd like to fully finish them by the end of this week. So Saturday, that might be what I'm working on. Because after I fully finish them, I have to photograph everything. I got to lay out the book, and I need to get the book to the printer, in time to get it printed and back to me before like May. I think it's May 10th and 11th is the retreat. So yeah, I'm under the gun. I mean, it's not imperative that I have it ready to take to this retreat. I just wanted to because I thought it would be a nice perk for the attendees at the retreat to, get an early release of something. And I haven't even mentioned it to Michelle, who puts on the retreat. So, it's not like everybody's counting on it. You know what I mean? It's just an added bonus that I'm hoping I can pull off. But it's a book that will come out in June to everyone. Americana stuff. I mean, come on. Fun stuff. And all the flags can be changed if you live in a different country. You know, you can switch the flags out for your country. I love when people do that. It's super cool. So the colors always look different depending on what colors are next to them. So true. With the lighter blue on the old grand flag, the cerulean blue over top make it match perfect. Absolutely, Robin. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are now. Now you're counting on it, right, Colleen? It is a nice perk. Yeah. So hopefully I can pull it off. Well, the printing company that I work with, they're fairly quick. I mean, they need like a maximum of 3 weeks. That's maximum. Sometimes we've gotten our stuff in a couple weeks. So um, I'm sitting pretty good if I get all these finished and photographed. If I can get the book out by not this Friday, but next Friday, I should absolutely have it back in time for the retreat. So it's very doable. I think I'll be all right. I can't see which side I've done. All right, I have it done this side. I know I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, Robin. That's funny. I always like putting 2 layers of whatever I'm painting. I usually do 2 layers no matter what, anyways, just to have interests, you know, to whatever it is you're making. And so if you wonder why I read everyone's comments out loud, because I mean, I don't have to, I could just read them and answer you guys. But when people watch the replay, they don't necessarily see the comments in real time. I don't know if they see them at all on YouTube on the replay. So that's why I read the comments out loud. That way, if somebody watches the replay, they know what the heck we're talking about. Yeah, I like that. All right, I can do the lid on that one. And then the insides of the boxes. For photography reasons, I'm probably not going to finish the inside of the boxes right away. But before I go to the retreat, I will have the insides of the boxes done because they'll be on display at the retreat. So, because I know Colleen's going to go in there and open the boxes up, so it better be finished, right? We don't see the comments on replay. Okay, I didn't think so, which is kind of a bummer. I think it would be nice if it came up on the screen, even on the replay, so people could see. Because there's when someone's like during Rachel and Sue's live yesterday, there were, especially because she was doing a floss tube, so they weren't there just to talk to people. They were there actually doing their floss tube, so they're busy and they're not seeing every comment that comes up. So they missed a lot. You know what I mean? I'm sure afterwards they went back and reread everything, but people watching the replay, if they can't see all the comments, I don't know. I it seems like they would figure that out and make that available. Gross. Are these for the? Yes, this is for the Iowa retreat in May. Oh, you see the comments on replay? Oh, I bet you if you watch it on TV, you don't see it, obviously, but maybe if you watch on your computer or on your phone, I don't know. I cannot wait. This retreat is going to be so fun. So fun. Colleen, aren't you going to that one in Virginia? When is that one? Like, isn't that a fall retreat of some sort? Put on by Deb Yoakum of Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. Aren't you going to that one? I wanted to, but God, I want to do all the things, but I just can't, especially I want to say it was too close. The time was too close to another retreat I'm doing, and I can't put that much pressure on myself. I want to say yes to everything, but then I stress out, and then it makes it not fun if I'm stressing about stuff. So got to pick and choose what you can do and be realistic with yourself. Yes, Lisa Barabet or Barabet. I'm excited for July. I'm going to the retreat. The Silver Needle in Tulsa. Oh my gosh, you're going to love it. Jan, you will love that. It's so much fun. I will be in Iowa. I want the big box. On my phone, there's a drop down that says live comments, and you click. Oh, okay. So if you watch a replay on your phone or your like an iPad, then you probably have the option. Okay, but not on TV. Gotcha. No, but stitching what the housewives are. Okay. Brr, it's cold outside. This is the first time I've watched your show. Is this basically what you do? No. No. Anita, this is rare what I'm doing right now. What I normally do is actually paint paintings. Either like the last couple weeks, I had the camera, like you couldn't even see me, and I had the camera facing down on the table, and I did a watercolor painting. Actually probably like the past 4 Which Paint Wednesdays, I did watercolors with the painting or the camera face down. A lot of times I will have the camera, like I will be painting with my back to you, but I'll have a big painting on an easel, and you can, watch me paint acrylics that way. So normally I'm doing a painting, but I didn't have anything prepared for a painting, and I really needed to get these boxes painted. And I thought, well, I'm still painting. So I went ahead, just tried to kill 2 birds with 1 stone by doing Which Paint Wednesday and getting these boxes done for my needlework. But yeah, normally, and you said, I know some people are like on spring break or whatever, and they're like, oh, I'm catching your live. Finally, I've never got to do that before. And here I'm painting boxes, which is so boring for you guys to watch. So my apologies if this is your first time here on Which Paint Wednesday. This isn't normally what I do. Painting boxes is not fun for you guys to watch, but Plum Street Samplers and Not Forgotten. Oh my gosh, that's going to be amazing. You will love it. Lisa wanted us to, but oh my gosh, Iowa breaking the bank. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You got to pick and choose what retreats you're going to go to. I'm going to go wash my hands, and then I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the sampler I designed for Quilter Station Retreat. So give me 1 second. Hands smell good. Okay, so Anita, what I normally paint on is I usually do acrylic paintings, and this is one that I painted on Whatcha Paint Wednesday. I was talking about it earlier that I really need to get it finished. What I need to do on it is paint their crowns, and I wasn't happy with the way the crowns were turning out, so I kind of put it on the back burner, but I need to get it done. So this is one of them that I need to finish. And then another one that I started on Whatcha Paint Wednesday is this angel, and I need to get her finished as well. So yeah, I don't normally paint boxes. Okay, I'm going to show you what I do with that piece. Here it is. Okay, I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek. What I'm most excited about on this piece is the house, because I did it in fall colors, and I'm absolutely crazy over this house. So let's just give you a little sneakity peekity. Look at the color of that house, guys. Can you see? It's like a dark, it's a dark, deep rust. So there's my sneak peek for Quilter Station Retreat in September. And what I want to do, so what I'm doing for the Farm Grow Retreat in May is I have a sampler piece. It's probably like this big. It's not like overly big. And then I'm doing a couple small pieces that go with it. That's what I'm going to do with that one. So that's like the big piece. And then I'm going to do a couple small pieces. And I think at the Quilter Station Retreat, you have to have like a project that they work on. You teach them something. So I'm going to do something probably on either a wood box or paper mache box for one of the pieces. So anyway, hanging out with you is worth it, even if you're painting your nails. Christy, that's so sweet. Thank you very much. Speaking of nails, my nails need painted. That is so funny. Yep, I agree. Well, that's so sweet. Thank you. Oh, I love that band in the row under the house. Thank you, Jan. Wait, can you hold it up longer for a sec? No, I shouldn't have even showed you guys. I know that rust color house. I'm really excited about that instead of that standard red house that everybody does. When does the sneak peek sampler become available after the retreat? So the retreat is in September, so I'll be able to release it. What I'll do is release it in August of 2023 at the Needlework Expo. That is at the end of August. So I'll be able to release it then. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Natalie. Good morning from Australia. It's really early here, and I'm watching before I have to rise to go to work. Oh, that's so cool. I've just finished stitching Newcastle Bouquet Sampler. Yay! Natalie, that's awesome. I love that one. I have that one on display downstairs at the house. I love that one, the border. I'm so fond of those 4 that I introduced in 2020 because it was my first 4 that I ever designed. And, you know, when I designed them, I wanted all 4 to look very different from one another, which I think I pretty much nailed that. I mean, Newcastle Bouquet, Faith, Hope, Peace, and Love, Heaven and Nature. What's the 4th one? Oh, no. Oh, and Pet All the Dogs or Hug All the Cats. So all 4 of those, I did them on, you know, way different color linens. I had them stitched on way different color linens. You know, the shape of them was different. And anyway, I just have a fondness for them because I remember, like, it feels like yesterday when I was sitting at the computer designing them because it was my first time designing samplers and had so much fun designing those. And now I'm like addicted. I could do nothing but design samplers, but I know there's a lot of people that would be upset with me because there's a lot of people that don't want to stitch samplers. And, you know, I have a lot of whimsical other little smaller pieces. And I've even had people comment, you know, please don't go all into samplers. You only want some of those smaller whimsical pieces. So you better edit this and delete it from the replay, LOL. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Not many people in the stitching community watch my Whatcha Paint Wednesday like they do my floss tubes. So I'm not worried about really people seeing it, and I'm really not worried about it. Plus, there's going to be 2 pieces that go along with that I will not share. I have not shown at all the piece for the spring retreat, Farm Girl Gatherings, because too many of you are going to be there. Not to mention, I just won't because I know Michelle would be like, you cannot show anybody. Oh, that's funny. All right, you guys. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Carrie. That's too long to wait. I know. That's why I always think, how should I show them or not? You know what I mean? I show sneak peeks a lot too in my Patreon group. And, you know, I've shown them stuff and it will be like 9 months before it's released. But it's at least it's fun to see what's coming down the pike. I always feel like it's fun to know a little bit. All right, you guys, I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes or something like that. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I will be back next week. Next week, I'll be painting. Well, one of these I told you is going to have one of my like angels on it. And then the other 2 are for boys, for our sons. So it's going to have, each one will have Saint Michael on it, the archangel, but they'll be different. Poses are different. You know, I don't want to paint the exact same thing on both of theirs. So, and I'm excited about how those are going to turn out because I want to use gold leaf, and I really want to make them look like treasure boxes, like ancient treasure boxes. So that's what I'll be working on for the next probably several weeks. Just a little corner. Cheryl, you're trying to get me in trouble, aren't you? Now I'm snubbed, Jan. Oh, that's funny. All right, you guys. Again, thanks for. It's always hard to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you next week. Bye.